Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got a whole bunch of stuff to unbox this week. First order in, actually a day early, I got some saltwater here. There's some fish, some inverts, and a pretty good batch of coral. So we'll get in here. We're not going to look too closely at the coral because it's an assorted pack and who knows what's in it. But a whole bunch of them. We should have 50 pieces. Serpent banded star is not a coral, invert. I love that guy. Those guys are great for turning your substrate. Speaking of which, here's some nice little snails. Look like seraph snails or something of the sort. And somebody for eating all that slime algae. Those are a hare or sea hare. We could certainly use some help with that. We've got some algae to go around. Let's see, more coral. More coral. Here's a shrimp. Here's a type of shrimp I haven't had. This is a Saron monkey shrimp. They also call them marble shrimp. I haven't had them before. They're not reef safe. They kind of remind me of your camel shrimp, just another version. Pretty easy going, easy to keep. Cool look at, not to be trusted with your polyps. There's a mandarin goby. More coral, coral. Lots of coral. Whole bunch of coral. I'm curious to see what they look like in the tank because they never look good in the bag. Huge batch, assortment of different stuff. Got a really great price on it, so fantastic opportunity to pick up some cool pieces. Let's see, what else do we got? Another hare, got a pair of hares. We do hare rental here because you can't keep them alive in your tank. If you get them home, they eat up most of that slime algae that you need to get rid of. Bring them back. They're like 30 bucks or something like that to buy them. We'll call it a rental, if you will. More coral, lots more coral. I love having lots of coral. This is not a coral, this is a boxfish. Ooh, nice looking. A little different type than I expected. It's not the yellow with the black spots, it's black with the yellow spots. Very nice size on that, good looking fish. A little on the sensitive side. More coral, all the way around coral. This is not coral, what are you? Oh, that's a knob star, one of those African red knobs. I do not believe you can trust those with other stars. I've seen them try to eat them, but very neat looking starfish. That is a little fancy coral there. That would be Holy Grail torch coral. So very, very cool. A little bit more expensive than the rest of these guys, but actually got a really good price on it. So excited to offer that. More coral. Oh, that's not coral. What are you? Some substrate snails, the Nasaro or the little snorkel snails. Let's see, more stuff in here. That is another Saron shrimp. That is a Tomini tang or a flame Tomini. Beautiful red tips on those little Tomini tangs. Bristletooths are actually great on eating up some of that hair algae. Here is more coral, and more snails. There's some like Margarita Torbro snails. Nice coralline algae. Somebody was talking to me about how do you get the coralline algae? Well, you can grab snails that have coralline algae. Yellow angel, very nice. Bright yellow, thus the name, yellow angel. More snails, got a nice big batch of these guys. These would be the Trocus snails. So very cool. And peppermint shrimp, all shipped together rather than separate bags. Respect. And looks like the rest of this is more coral. I pull it all out here to show you that yes, indeed, it's coral. Well, that one got crushed in the bottom, but I think I'll just set it aside because they're just more chips of coral. All right, make some room here. We got another box. Got some fun stuff. Not a huge order of saltwater, just some great filler stuff. Fantastic, popular fish. A lot of coral because, you know, inexpensive coral is always fun. And those hares. Those hares have been hard to get. A couple people have been waiting on them, so hopefully they'll connect up with us on those. If not, it'll be fair game for you. And if they stick around for a day or two, we certainly got some work for them to do. Always happy to have some cleanup crew. All right, got another box of fish here. I think these are mostly fish. Let's see, first thing out is not though. Emerald crabs. Another very important bit of your cleanup crew. Emerald crabs are good at cleaning out bubble algae in particular. Oh, here's those big trochuses. That was a different kind of snail I had there. Lots of snails. Some of them in the $5 range, some of them in the $3 range. Most of them in the $3 range. Another one of those little green mandarin gobies. Remember, mandarins really can be a challenge to get started eating. Always start them on like tiger pods. Get those guys seated in your tank and they'll do much better. Bicolor angel, little tiny guy. Let's see. Long-nosed hawk, decent size. I just love their peppermint striping, checkerboard pattern. Very cool, long-nosed hawk. And who are you? Oh, that's a hippo tang, blue hippo. Nice size, a little bit bigger than we usually get. Same price we normally pay, so fantastic for that. And this is a filefish. We got a couple of these Aptasia eating filefish, another hard worker. Great to have those around. We got some Aptasia in a couple tanks. They'll be doing work while we wait. Here's more emerald crabs. Apparently they split them into 2 bags for us, and I don't complain about that. Never have enough emerald crabs. Let's see, who else is in the bottom of the box? Here's a little coral beauty, another little miniature angel. Little mini angels are actually very close related to your damsels. Just a little side area. Let's see, that is a diamond head goby, the sleeper goby. Everybody's been asking for those sand sifting gobies, and they've not been available, but they were this week, so we got them. Got one of those. We also got a little watchman there. It is right there, a little yellow watchman. Doesn't look very yellow right now, but he'll yellow up in the tank. This purple pseudochromis, or a purple dotty back. Very cool little guy. Magenta, they'll call him, strawberry, whatever you want to call him. There's that other filefish. That's a leather jacket or Aptasia eating filefish. And last thing out of the box, it's a tang. It's purple. It's a purple tang. Purple tangs have been very approachable price-wise, much cheaper than yellow tangs in the last couple of years, and I got a really great deal on that one. So that's it for that box. We'll be back shortly. And we're back. I got a massive box or stack of boxes here. So unearth. Let's see what we get. Lots and lots of fun stuff today. First thing out is some angels. We actually got some locally bred angels today also. These are some golds. We got some silver bars locally. Should have another batch of angels in here too. Something totally different. These are black knights. Wow, those are really black too. Super black knight rams. Much nicer than the last batches we've gotten on those. Very cool. Here's those other angels. These are the koi angels. Itty bitty, but nice color. Kind of blushing looking. Next up is some tiger barbs. Got a bunch of tiger barbs on the restock. Looks like one didn't make the trip, but most of them look good. These are the green tiger barbs. And coolie loaches. Ordered a bunch of them, got a couple of them. These are the banded coolies, but the hair bandeds, not the regular. Hair bandeds got back ordered, but these guys get kind of a spotted pattern rather than the real banded normal pattern that you expect from a coolie loach. Get a little bigger too. Here's a Sturbay's Cory. Sturbay's Cory is a warm water Cory. You know me, I've never met a Cory I didn't like, but Sturbay's are definitely on my top tier. More tiger barbs. These are the albino tiger barbs. Been out of those for actually about a month. Happy to be able to restock those. I have not had these in a long time. These are snakeskin grommies, one of the bigger, more aggressive grommies. Cool looking, neat stripe pattern on the bottom. That's I call them the snakeskin. And more coolies. This is a zipper coolie. Got to zooming through here because we got a lot to get through today, and I got more tomorrow too. A couple veil-tailed bettas. We did not get any of our other betta types that I'd ordered. Unfortunately, back ordered on most of my bettas, but we did get some veils in. Hopefully next week we'll be able to restock more of our betta types. And not next week, it'll be the week after. We just keep bringing stuff in. That's what we do. More fish, more fish, more fish. Alrighty, next up is another box of fish. It's all freshwater today. I got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 boxes of freshwater today. Got some fresh and saltwater stuff coming in tomorrow and plants coming in late tomorrow. So lots and lots of restock. Emerald dwarf reservoir, we've been out of these for a minute also. Showed up available. They've gone up in price a little bit, but they're still less expensive than the lesser pearl Daniels. They're kind of a striped version of those. Next up are pearl grommies. The littler ones, we still got one or two of the big ones over there. They didn't have any for restock, but we still have some. Pearl grammies, large fish, 5 to 7 inch, beautiful colors. Bigger tetra here. These are the red and blue Colombian tetras. Came in pretty good size too. Sometimes we'll get these half this size. On the tetra special, buy 4 more, get 25% off for subscribing to this channel. All you guys who watch us regular get that special every time you come in. Celestial Pearl Daniels restock. These have been hard to get. I've been running out and sometimes not even coming in good shape. These look awesome. So I've got Celestial Pearl Daniels until they sell out. Guppies this week, different supplier than our average, so should have some different color patterns. These are flamingos. I got like 5 different varieties of guppies, so I should have some guppies for you to look at. Panda cories, been out of those for a minute as well. So panda sturbays on the cories today. More coolies. These are the black coolies, so black zippers and hair bands this week. We have some greens over there, pretty much out of bandits. Maybe we'll get some next week, we'll see. Neon tetras, a restock on those guys. We were completely out of neon tetras for like a week. We never run out of neon tetras. Today we have them back in stock. Here's sunset honey dwarf grammies. We ran completely out of dwarf grammies over the weekend. Also, 2 weeks without shipping really put us in a hurt as far as some of our more common stuff. Glass cats, gotta like those, can see right through them. Glass cats are on a restock today. On a fan favorite. Bigger fish than you might think. They get about 3 inches, want to be in a school. But peaceful, easygoing fish. Good choice for a decent sized community tank. 20 gallons or bigger is what I recommend. Wouldn't recommend them for your 10-gallon tank. But alrighty, more fish, more fish, more fish. Next is some Rumminose tetra. Well, I'm doing the backstroke there, but hopefully most of them look pretty good. A couple of them look a little shocked. Maybe I just pulled them out of the bag too fast. More Rumminose. They'll split them into 2 boxes when we get a big batch like that. We had to because we were completely out of rummies also. Royal Blue Dwarf Grammies. More things we're completely out of. Dwarf Grammies, got several different varieties of them, including Flame Dwarf Grammies. Nice big batch of those guys as well. No powder blues on this week's order, maybe next week. Here's the Gold Grammies. So lots of Grammies on the restock this week. More Tiger Barbs. These are the regular Tiger Barbs. So greens, albinos, and regulars this week. A couple more veil bettas. I won't spend a lot of time on them. Sorry, don't get to look. I gotta come see them. Amanda's Ember Tetra, another tetra for the Tetra Special. Those are in our Nano section because they're a very small Tetra. And these are Diamond Head Neons, came in pretty small. They got the really bright patch right at the front. That's what I call them, the Diamond Head. And Zebra Loaches, bigger loach, but not as aggressive as a yo-yo. Good on snail patrol, a little more aggressive than a chain loach, kind of hits that in between. Good for a little more boisterous community tank. Let's see. Coming up, more fish, more fish, more fish. What do we have? What shall we find in here? Bags of fish, I fear. Next up is platies. A couple types of platies this week. We're almost completely out of platies. We got some red wags. I think we got some reds in here too. Didn't have a lot to buy this week. Flame Tetra. Those are the Von Rio or Flame Tetra. Got the nice bright patch on the back. We also have the orange ones in stock. Here are those red platies I promised you. You know, we were out of a lot of stuff, so were our suppliers. Shipping around Christmas just goofed everybody up. We'll see a little blip along the way, but lots and lots to restock today. Senegal Bikers, nice size on those guys. Remember, those guys can get up to 2 feet, though this variety usually maxes out somewhere between 12 and 18. African cichlids, got to get some of those too. Demasonized, those nice black stripes with the blue up and down like that. Here's Singapore shrimps, ordered vampires. They were out of stock on those. Hopefully we'll get those in the weeks to come. Big shrimps, always fun. Got a lot of shrimp on today's order. We'll get to them eventually. Blue dolphin cichlid, more African cichlids. Those guys get pretty big and bright, just iridescent blue. Rainbow shark, remember these guys are a decent community tank at this size. When they get bigger, we put them in with Africans. They're that aggressive. Cardinal tetras, we were out of those completely as well. Lots of cardinal tetras in stock. We got 150 of them coming, or between that 50, there's 100 more of them running around to get us all back and restocked to our normal levels. so that you can enjoy our Tetra special. Buy 4 or more, get 25% off for subscribing to this channel. Yes, I said that again. What is that, 8 times in this video? Just in case you didn't catch it, we have a Tetra special, a standing special. If you subscribe to the channel, you get 25% of your Tetras if you buy 4 or more of any one type. Cominados, gotta like them. Great for brown algae and algae patrol in your smaller tanks, even your bigger tanks. Little schooling fish, very neat little sucker mouth fish. Here are more of those cardinals. These are the wild type. The last ones were tank raised. Wilds usually come in a little smaller, sometimes a little brighter. That's why some people prefer them. Here's another batch of those. These are wild out of Brazil. Sometimes they come out of Colombia. So a couple different varieties of wild cardinal. They're all the same species. This is female guppies, assorted. Looks like a good variety of colors there. So good on that. And another Tetra for the Tetra special. These are red phantom Tetras. Restock on those guys. One of my favorite. Really bright red when they color up. They don't always look great here, but in your home tank, they'll be bright as a serpe and not nearly as nippy. More neons. That's a restock on neons. Got a double bag of those. And, oh, Apistogramma cockatoides super red. Best-selling Apisto. Dwarf cichlids, Apistos in general, are a cichlid that gets about that big and not particularly ornery. Good for moderately good for a community tank. Dwarf Grammies, that's to go along with the flame dwarfs and the royal blue dwarfs and the sunset honey dwarfs. And here are some more cichlids. There's red fin borellis. Well, size discrepancy on some of those, but those are your regular red fin borelli African cichlid. They're actually closer to the haps or the lanacaras than your mabunas. That's that box. I think we're about halfway there, guys. Figured we'd get interrupted 4 or 5 times during this video. We've been pretty busy this morning, but so far we managed to rock and roll. Let's see if I can not jinx this and get through a couple more boxes before I have to go catch some fish. Answer some questions, you know, all the things we normally do. Alrighty, up and up is more fish. Guppies, this is yellow-tailed male guppies. A little different than the variety we're getting, those German yellows. But looks sturdy. And green neons, restock on those. Got a nice little batch of green neons. Green neons have the blue stripe as opposed to half a blue stripe. Got a whole bunch of these blood parrots, half a dozen of them. Restock on those. Got some big ones over there still. But these are juveniles for a lot less money. Red parrots. Who's in here? Neon blue rasbora, Sundundanio goblinus. Tiny little fish. They get that blue stripe on the top. Very neat fish. Looks like one didn't make the trip, but overall they look very good. Next is a Norman's killie. Normans are about 1 1/4 inch and a half full size. They're a lamp-eye killie, they'll call them. We'll put them in our nano section as well. Sparkling Grammies also in our nano section. One Grammy that is not particularly aggressive. People will put those in the shrimp tanks to pick out scuds. I figure they're going to eat some baby shrimp too, though. Pea puffers, that's clear over in the specialty aisle. Nice and fat and big. Nice batch of pea puffers. Biggest ones we've had for a while. Let's see, chili rasboras, more nanos. Everything out of the box so far is little except for those parrots, I guess. Oop, flat bag, but fish is fine. This is a black ghost knife, not a small fish. You'll get pretty good size. Got a couple of those on this order. 14 inches on those guys, remember that. Gold white clouds, cold water fish on the white clouds in general. They'll take varying temperatures. Golds are the albinos, of course. Exclamation point rasbora, those are in the boras group. The Erythropalamoides, if you like bad Latin, they're the ones that look like they got an exclamation point on their side relative to the chili rasboras. Here's the white fin tetra, also known as a candy cane tetra. Very cool little tetra, actually a little bit bigger tetra. Guy by the name of Bruce worked down in the Bay Area, coined that term, candy cane tetra, and it took off in the industry. It's funny how personalities that have been in the industry for years are known very well by other people that work in the industry. We're kind of a small, unique group of personalities. Get to talking at any conference and we'll hear stories about people who go, yep, that sounds like so-and-so. This must be a discus. Got a couple discus on this order. I got back ordered on most of them that I ordered, but I got a couple checkerboards, I believe. Let's see who this is. Yep, another checkerboard. Nice big 3-inch checkerboards. Another one in here? Yeah, here's the other one. This is red melon. All I can see is red. So nice color on that guy, red melon, discus, and a couple checkerboards. Nice restock on those. And a whole bunch of reticulated Julies, or the Corydorus trilineatus, which is, or false Julie. They call them all kinds of different things. We call them popular. We sell a ton of them. Great Cory. More veiled bettas. Nice little group of those guys. And some more guppies, blacktail, or red-tail black guppy, they called that one. I love the names they come up with. Sometimes very descriptive, sometimes just very creative. Leopard tail guppy, that looks more creative than, or descriptive than creative. And a silver arowana baby, a little bit bigger than the last one we got in. Looks like he's well started. Monster to coming. Here's the blue tail guppy, a reticulated blue tail guppy. They got the kind of the blue spots, or red spots in them with a nice blue tail. Pretty fish. And last bag out of this order, a whole nother order to go, are Roseline sharks. Roseline sharks get about 4 inches. One of my favorite schooling fish for a 4-foot tank or bigger. You know, I got lots of favorites, y'all know that, but super cool fish that are very versatile and pretty to boot, so hard not to like something like a Roseline shark. All right, I get to bend over for these. They're too big to put on the cart. Let's see what's up next. I got snails, shrimp, and a smattering of other things. Here's snails. I'm not going to unpack them, but we got zebra neorites, thorn neorites, and it should have red spot neorites as well. Let's see. That looks a lot like feeder guppies, and I thought I didn't order feeder guppies because we got a bunch of them in private party. I don't remember those being on the list. Maybe we got those instead of feeder comets. These are red-eyed tetras. Again, a tetra for the tetra special. Red-eyed monk, they call them, with that black tail on them and the red eye. Beautiful South American fish. Not to be mistaken for the African red-eyed tetra. It's a version of a Congo tetra. Lots and lots and lots of glowfish on this order. Should have about 60 of them. Let's see if I got that many bags. Here's African dwarf frogs. We sold out of those as well. It has the glowfish. And there's more glowfish and some swordtails, actually. Restock on some swordtails as well. They're super low on all our live bears over there. Electric blue rams, nice looking fish. Got a nice little group of those too. We believe we were out of those as well. That's the longfin serpes. Talked about serpes being a nice bright red fish. The longfins aren't as nippy as the regulars, so they're very popular, not to mention kind of cool looking. More swordtails, so a couple different varieties of swordtail on this order. And who else? Long-finned gold danios. They're a type of zebra danio, but an albino with a long fin. So very cool. And who are you? Oh, very cool. These are the panda loaches. A little bit of variety in sizes there. Panda loaches are very bright patterned like this when they're little. When they get a little bigger, it kind of muddies up a bit. They're a hillstream type loach. So they like it a little cooler, a little faster. And there's more snails, and there's more fruity pebbles, your glowfish. And who else? Oh, don't drop them. There's, redhead tapayos. Nice size on those. Good price, nice size. Red top tapayos, or redhead tapayos, been one of our most sought after earth-eating cichlids. And albino dwarf frogs. Are they moving? A little pretty tiny. We'll get them fed up and fat, and they'll be ready for you. All right, that's another box down. Let's clear the cart, and one more box. And then we'll add today's order to yesterday's order and add tomorrow's order, and then we'll have a video for you guys. We might do it in episodes. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Y'all gonna like watching a half-hour video, right? I like making them. It's always fun to get this many things. There's feeder comets. So apparently I got feeder guppies and feeder comets. Let's see. Red Rilly shrimp. Is that cherry shrimp or Bloody Marys? I got 3 bags of cherry shrimp and 1 bag of Bloody Marys. Let's see if I can tell them apart. Usually they're pretty obvious. Who's this? Oh, axolotl. Got a group of axolotls, not as many as I ordered. I got a gold and 3 coppers. We'll see what they look like. Blue shrimp and a mono shrimp. And another axolotl. That looks like the gold one. And there is red crystal shrimp. Looks like one of them didn't make the trip, but planarian in with them. That's not cool. But there we got red crystal shrimp. And more axolotls. There's another one. Sometimes hard to tell the coppers from the golds when they're in the bag. I'll know when I put them all three together. And more red shrimp. I think those are the cherries. More axolotls. That looks like the Bloody Marys. Definitely Bloody Marys right there. Nice and bright. And another axolotl. So 4 axolotls in this week. Anybody's been saying, when are you going to get more axolotls? Well, I guess today we got a few anyway. That looks like green jades. Not to be mistaken for blues. And more cherry shrimp. And more mono shrimp. I got 2 sizes of mono shrimp though. 1 bag is spoken for, so we'll be out of small mono again this week, but we will have a large. That's it for now. We'll be back shortly. And we're back. We got another order here. One of my orders still held out on us. Probably won't film that. That's going to be a whole bunch of plants. Just come down and see them in person. But we did get some freshwater, saltwater, and some feeders. First thing out of the box is black worms. I've been getting lots and lots of requests for those. We get them as often as we can. We're very limited on what we can get on those, but we're happy to provide them when we do have them. And we do have them now, so come and get them while they last. All right, next up we got some crabs, some panther crabs. Looks like they sent us 3, 4. Ordered 6, they sent 4. We'll take them. Panther crabs are a truly freshwater crab. They stay in the water their entire life. Oh yeah, cool. This is a tiger datnoid, or not a tiger datnoid, tiger scat. These are a really cool African fish. They can live in completely freshwater or completely saltwater. They can go back and forth between fresh and saltwater and forward and back, which is unusual. Most brackish fish are one or the other, and then once they've gone one or the other, they got to stay that way. So very cool. I got some mollies. These are some, I don't remember what they called these. They called them gold pandas. I think they have some kind of like that over there. But gold panda mollies. Got some clown loaches. Decent size on those. Maybe not quite as big as I was hoping for, but decent size on those clown loaches. And oh, those are suncats. Bigger, a lot bigger than the last time I got them. I was expecting something about 1 inch long. These are about 2.5. They can get about 9, so good sized cat, maybe 10 inches on those. Beautiful big cat if you're ready for that kind of thing. Speaking of big, this is a fire eel. Decent sized fire eel, not as big as a big one we got here a few months back, but a nice size on that guy. Remember, your fire eel is going to be a 4-foot fish. Really fantastic if you got the space for it. That's that little bit of an order. Next up, we should have some saltwater in this box here. Let's see what we got. Right up off the top, I got, well, those aren't saltwater, those are dojos. Haven't had them in for a while. Ordered in. I got some regulars, ordered golds too. Let's see if they send them. That is saltwater. That's, is that a Tamini? No, that's a striated bristletooth, or the line bristletooth. We had a bigger one of these a while back. Neat fish, got a good price on them. They're a good algae eater. Not quite as colorful when they're all black like that, but when they mellow in, they have a really nice stripe pattern. Black ruby barbs. Paid a little extra for some a little bit bigger fish. Black ruby barbs are top 2% favorite barbs. They're really gorgeous when they color up, and those guys have some color to them, so very cool. We got a puffer. Who is that? That is a dragon humpback puffer. That's a freshwater puffer. And then we got some snails. These are yellow rabbits, not the tuities. These are yellow rabbit snails. A couple different varieties, all from the island of Sulawesi. All right, we're back. We got Randy here who's going to play Guess a Fish with us. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. This is a mixed box. It's got saltwater, freshwater, and other things, so you got a good challenge. Who's that?
That is that a...
It's a fish.
Yeah, it is a fish.
It has a tail. It has
I'm
scales.
not really sure on that one.
That is a copper band butterfly, saltwater fish.
Okay.
See, I told you we'd throw you a Mickey.
Know.
Next up, we have another fish who's kind of looking rough. We'll see if he comes out of shock. This is a keyhole angel. I'll take that away from you because he's a little special. All right. We got a... Do I show you the tag so you can tell which one they are?
Oh, we have a puffer.
Yeah, that's a puffer. Baby monster.
Yeah. Is that a P?
It is not, but doesn't really have his lines on his bellies yet. That is a Fajaka puffer. Fajakas get that big, so
wow.
he's a monster to coming. All right, you might be able to guess this one.
Yep. Box.
It's a boxfish.
Boxfish. Specific name.
The one with the long horns
Yeah.
would be the longhorn cowfish. Yes, exactly. All right, who do we got? We got, we already talked about this guy.
Yep.
You know who that is?
No. Butterfly fish.
No, it's not.
No?
It kind of looks like it. They're actually in the rabbitfish family. I think I misidentified it in the last
I
one.
don't know.
That's actually a tiger scat. Tiger scat. Yeah, they're a really, really uncommon fish. They're an African fish. They're truly a freshwater, saltwater, jump back and forth. They can go all the way from fresh all the way to saltwater. Like we could literally put them in our salt system or our fresh system. Okay, another salt fish. You got an idea?
I'm not curious on that. I don't know about this.
All right, I got you. This is Klein's butterfly. Klein's butterfly is one of your best choices for an aptasia eater, actually.
Okay.
All right, these should be a little easier for you. Can you see them?
Those are just Danos.
No.
No.
I'll give you a hint. They're a rainbow type. They're a nano, one of the small rainbow types. All right, we'll fill it in. These are the threadfin rainbows, or featherfin, some people will call them, the Warner ice. They're kind of an unusual guy, too. All right, this is another angel. I'll let you off the hook on this one. This is the Singapore angel. Nice cream front with a black top on it. There's a guy called a cream angel that's similar. A whole group like that, the little ones that look like butterfly, actually, but they're actually little angels. Okay, these are... I'll tell you a secret. There's the name right there.
Yeah.
These are emerald rainbows. Bigger version of those thread fins. These guys get about 4 or 5 inches, where the thread fins get about 2. All right. Next bag is saltwater fish again. We're gonna.
Tetras.
No. They're kind of the tetras of the saltwater world. These are green chromites. Little guys. They only get about that big. They do schooling. Not a lot of fish in the saltwater world that you do actually as a school, unless you have an absolutely enormous tank. Oh, you look like you don't have a lot of water there, but he's doing okay. This is another one of those tiger scats. Tiger scat, again, is the rarest, hard to get scat, and scats are pretty uncommon in and of themselves. So we gotta get him in water pretty quick. Let's see, last bag in this box. You got that one?
Oh yeah. Moms.
Yes, these are silver lyre-tail mollies. Much easier than the last ones.
Yeah.
All right, Randy, thanks so much for standing in. It was a lot of fun. Come back again, we'll do it again. All righty, one more box, guys. This one got roughed up in shipping a little bit. Just a couple things in here. We get some tiny little trophies. These are Duboisi's, about pea size, and they shipped them in this huge bag. Got a nice little group of Duboisi African cichlids. Another big bag that's got golden dojos. Not a bad size on those guys. Sometimes we get them in, they're just like a coolie loach. These are golden dojo of a decent size. 2 more bags in here. We'd already pulled one bag out of here because I noticed the box was leaking, and we had a giant big hump flower horn. He was like this big and had no water. I'm like, oh man. And then I noticed he was still gasping, and sure enough, he'd had just enough water in the bag that we rushed him over, stuck him in a tank, and it looks like he's going to make it. So we're super hopeful and excited about that. Last 2 bags are prawns. We brought in some of these last month. These are the long claw blue claw prawn. Freshwater prawn that actually in their home country are food, but here they're just a really cool tank in a sense. They will destroy your tank, so they are a species fish. And that's it for this shipment. Got plants on the way. I don't think you'll get those in the video, so just come down and check those out. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thanks so much. We'll see you again tomorrow.